Good morning,
We hot. We
Friday.
live. We hot. We back. It just doesn't feel the same when I'm not next to
And
you.
I know, but I'm so excited about our setup, you guys. This morning, Jackie is in Izmir, Turkey, and I'm in Istanbul, Turkey. He's gone on an away game, and we are recording away from each other.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? What do you say? What's the word? Why can't I think about it?
Separation
Um,
anxiety.
Long distance. No, I'm okay. Are you? Like, you having separation anxiety?
I feel naked without my headphones and all that.
Yeah. You look like a businessman though, like with your
Mm.
AirPods and you're just like taking a Zoom from,
You
a work
you want
trip.
to know something? I think that if we're doing view for view today, I think that my view,
It's very
if we're
pretty.
going view for view,
Yeah.
I think I might have it.
You win. So I have to tell you something.
Mm. What you gotta tell me?
Oh my gosh, we just heard every single gulp. How was it? Um Us girls yesterday at the gym were considering just jumping in the car and road tripping and coming down there.
You should have did it. We could have did an in-person live interview. You could
I
have caught me off
know.
guard. Why'd you guys decide not to?
We chose not to do it because I have a nail appointment today. I have a nail appointment today, but it's not just for like fun. Like I have to get my nails done because of my shoot on Monday. And right now I've had the same rainbow nails for what, 3.5
Something
weeks.
like that.
And I'm going to shoot e-commerce on Monday. So I have to get clean cut, like nude nails. So I couldn't reschedule because I leave super early on Monday and the appointment's at noon today. So we would have had to like drive after that and then drive back tomorrow. So unless we could have just jumped in the car yesterday and gone, it kind of feels like a waste,
Yeah, I get that. I mean,
you know?
they probably wouldn't. I mean, you're doing your business over fun, so
I know.
I mean, they probably wouldn't appreciate if you, or they probably wouldn't be too happy if you showed up with rainbow nails, huh?
No, yeah, it's definitely not the vibe for that job, but I'm excited. I'm excited that you got all this equipment a couple months ago to make this work and you figured out how to podcast this way because this was pretty seamless. Like it's gone, yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
No,
effortlessly
it
so
is.
far.
It is pretty easy. Shout out. I was gonna say the company's name, but then sometimes I feel like if I say the company's name, then I'm like, eh. Anyway,
We'll let it
we'll
go.
let it go.
We don't need to. How's your morning going?
Morning's going great. Woke up 7:30, watched Vanderpump, got caught up. Got caught up. Went to go get Starbucks. Called you to do a quick overview, and you were still asleep.
I was. Yep, yep. And what we said we were going to start podcasting at 8 a.m. or 8:30
Yeah,
a.m. and it is 9:17 a.m.
it
currently.
is.
It's not horrible.
Not terrible. It's not, I mean, it's still early, I would say.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I definitely struggle to get up on time when you're not here because even if I sleep through my alarm when you're here, you get up and then I like feel you getting up, so it wakes me back up.
yeah.
But this morning, like when you were calling, I was like, oh my gosh, it's for sure going to be 6 a.m. when I look at the phone. And no, it was
The
8
look on
a.m.
your face was like, "Why are you
30 minutes before.
calling me at 6 a.m.?"
Really?
The look was like, "Why are you calling me so early?" But
But it worked out. It worked out because you got to go sit by the sea and enjoy your surroundings. So I'm happy for you. And I got to make a coffee and watch Vanderpump Rules.
well, and it also worked out because I could not find a conference room. I couldn't find anywhere to actually sit. And I went, I don't know if I'm even going to be able
Uh,
to get Wi-Fi at this point in time. So it gave me a couple extra minutes to go out and scour the hotel. And I was,
right.
um, you know, what's the word I'm looking for here? I don't know. I'm drawing a massive blank. Pleasantly surprised. I was
You know,
pleasantly surprised.
Okay. You know what the show's gonna do for
What's
us?
it gonna do for us?
It's gonna make us smarter. I realized.
I highly doubt that.
Like we're I would consider us intelligent people, but there's something about holding a mic and being on camera and knowing that like we don't edit this podcast. Like
Zero.
from start to finish, we don't edit it. Like we just put it up. And so there's like this weird pressure that you don't expect to complete all of your sentences without an or a like and
Yes.
to have the smartest words on hand, to be witty, to I mean, I guess that's why podcasting isn't for everyone, you know? And maybe it's not for us, which is why we named this We Shouldn't Have a Podcast. But we're doing it, and it's going to make us quicker and smarter and
You
sharper.
want to know something? And I was actually thinking about this yesterday when I was on the flight coming down here. Is that me and you have done so many interviews in our respective professions, and me
Yeah.
as a basketball player, I remember especially in college, like I had no media training, so this was like at
Hmm.
social media was just happening and all and thank goodness it was because I remember people, ESPN, everyone interviewing me and me just giving these robotic, I am thankful to have the team and everything is great and there's no problem. And it's like my brain is almost trained like that to like always be PC, always give the answers
Hmm.
that's not going to ruffle anybody's feathers. And it's like, obviously, when you're doing podcasting, you have to move. You have to be okay moving away from that, but still be able to deliver the message. And so I think that's what we're both the ebbs and flows of that are what we are
Yes.
experiencing. So
No, for
YouTubing is
sure.
hard comparative to everybody in the comments that said that it wasn't.
Yeah. I got roasted a little bit. I mean, like I think that's just the trend is like roast Lacey, which is fine. It's fine. That's a part of just putting yourself out there, you know, and I can handle it.
uh,
No, I was gonna say a couple years ago I might not have been able to handle it, but I don't think that's true. Like I think okay, maybe I would have been upset or it might have would have bothered me for a second, but like over the years, I feel like I've gotten so good at just like being lighthearted about people disagreeing with me. And I think the way I was raised, being in the South, all this stuff, like you want to be agreeable. You want to be liked. You want to be friendly. You want like you don't want to say anything wrong. And I'm not trying to say anything wrong now, but I'm also not like gonna feel bad if people disagree with me. It just is what it is. That's life, you know. I'm gonna have a perspective that I don't feel like is offensive, and if that ends up offending someone, I hate that. That stinks, but like it is what it is. And me saying that YouTubers are hardworking people, I didn't find offensive,
and I don't think it,
but that offended some
yeah,
people.
and I think too, it's when you are doing this, you're opening yourself up to a wider audience. So you're opening yourself up to a wider opinion base of some people are
Mm-hmm.
like it's going to be 50-50. Either people are going to agree with you or not. There is no middle of the road ride the fence in
Yeah.
in this because we are giving um very we can be very opinionated, especially when it comes to reality television. And what we're about to get into today, I feel like is
Yeah.
I think you can only be on one side of this, but anyways.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no. And last thing I'll say about this is like it's really something else like being a Christian and doing a daily show and talking about pop culture and stuff like that can also feel intimidating and overwhelming because like you don't want to say anything wrong, right? Like and we've been so trained to like you can't slip up as a Christian, you can't be human as a Christian because people are going to take that and run with it and blame God or blame Jesus or whatever it is. And as much as we want to, you know, set ourselves apart and be examples of the kingdom, like that's always going to be our goal. It also is like life. Like we're also human and we also wake up and we have bad days and we wait and it is the ultimate reason as to why we need Jesus. Like that is what it comes down to is like we are not perfect. We're going to say things wrong and we're constantly having to turn to Jesus on a daily basis and go, Father, what do I do? You know, and show me the areas of my heart that need to be worked on. Show me the areas of my mouth, like my words, my my perspectives, my whatever. Like, I want my heart to look more like yours. I want my words to look more like yours. And that's the journey of being a Christian. And I think like showing up and doing this 5 days a week has put an emphasis on that for me, where I'm like, I can't stress about that 24/7 about saying the perfect thing, because Jesus doesn't want that either. Like, it's not, Christianity is not about being perfect and sticking to this set of rules. It's about being a human that knows they need Jesus,
Hmm.
And so anyways, I just think it's interesting. Interesting.
I second that. No, I think that that's very important, and that's the I don't want to say that's the struggle, but I do want to say that that is the thing that is in the back of your mind for sure, is that, hey, I don't want to be jarring or offensive or whatever, and sometimes those things just happen even when you're not meaning to be, or there's no ill
Hmm.
intent behind it.
Yeah, I listened to a Sadie Robertson podcast, probably like six
Shout
months ago,
out.
8 months ago, I don't know, maybe almost a year ago. And she talked about how, like, the same thing. We actually grew up very close to each other in Louisiana, and the whole like people pleasing thing, not wanting to offend, not wanting to upset people, not wanting to make people feel uncomfortable, all of these things. And she was talking about like speaking the truth of scripture, like not wanting to make people feel uncomfortable based on sharing scripture, or behaving in a way that Jesus might have behaved or whatever. And she was like, but then it dawned on me, like Jesus disagreed with a lot of people, but he did it lovingly, and he did it kindly, and he did it respectfully, and he did it in the way, you know, that Jesus would do it. And it wasn't that he just agreed with everyone. It's actually the quite opposite. He came and disrupted everything. Like, he was the biggest disruptor to ever exist. But he never sinned while doing
Hmm.
that. You know what I mean? So it's just interesting to think about.
That's how I disagree with you, right?
Yes, honey,
Loving,
you disagree with
loving,
me just like
disagree with you
Jesus.
very lovingly, right?
No, but that is a good lesson for marriage. Disagree like Jesus.
I love that.
I can disagree with you lovingly. But you were saying about our reality TV update.
Yes, massive, massive update with Vanderpump. I mean, I don't even know honestly where to begin. I was like doing like show notes, kind of like I was like going back through and I was like typing things out, and there was just like I got to like three, and the three that I had were just even overwhelming in the sense of like I don't even know, like, because I saw the reunion preview, which I guess is
Mm.
next week, and I'm very
Oh, no, there's one more
is there.
episode.
So there's one more episode, but they, for whatever reason, they must be like trying to like build the hype around it, whatever, because they released it. So
Yeah,
because they showed,
I did. I saw it on
okay,
TikTok.
and so that's I ended up seeing that, which I wish I had not have seen it because it was already giving me a predisposition on like even the wording and the phrases and things, because I was like the
I
things that are going
know.
on right now. It's like I wish they would have waited because like this stuff is so. I heard Ariana say diabolical. That's the only thing I can
Demented, she
she
said
said
too.
demented. Like she was on
And
she was heavy
diabolical.
on the D words. And so, but like her standing, the only thing that stands in my mind is her at the bar talking with Ariana at the sandwich uh tasting,
I know, her and Raquel from episode
and
14, the one that just aired.
she's probing, and it's like I don't. She was only asking because I think she potentially saw a relationship with Tom Sandoval, and I think that he was saying to her, had to be saying to her, we're just not having enough sex. She's not attracted to me anymore. I'm not attracted to her because she had so much on that. She was so much on the inside where I'm like, yo, that is. I'm like, that's insane. Like he didn't want to. He
Insane.
wanted to get caught. He had to because I mean Raquel was just like, oh, so you are going to try and work it out with them, which he probably was like, oh, it's not going to work out type of thing. Like we're struggling, you know.
Yeah. Doing all the things that a guy does when they want to justify why they
To
cheated.
make Raquel okay with it, because Raquel I think too is I think she's got a lot, she's got major there's some other things going on I think that probably are underlying with her.
She got so dark so quick. Also, can I just like, I just feel like I should have turned, well, no, I guess that's
Whatever
a
you want to
mirror.
do.
I was going to say I should have turned the other way so the sun would have been on my face. That was a rookie move, but we're going to highlight my under eye bag, so it's cute anyways. But yeah, she got dark quick, and the alcohol is absolutely a massive part in this behavior because I was noticing like when she goes on these tears, her eyes are glassed
Hmm.
over.
Yeah,
I don't think I still think that that's existing inside of her. I just mean when she acts out
yeah,
like this, she's hammered.
yeah. I think yeah.
Not an
No, well, I mean
excuse,
the
just an observation.
100% I agree. The times that she's made, the times that she's like these like little, I guess like I would say viral moments, or just had these little episodes when when they were in Vegas and she got drunk and she said that stuff to Lala. Well, you better be lucky you don't have a man,
Lila.
Lala. You know,
Is that her new
yeah.
nickname? Lila.
And then now,
La, 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 la,
now
la. Sorry.
um, all these things that go on with Katie. You know what I'm saying? Like they've all been, like you said, things where she's and her
Yeah.
true self obviously comes out, and it's just like, no,
Also,
no, no, you're
sorry,
good.
go.
I'm gonna follow that up with something else after you go, but yeah, it's just insane right now.
It's insane. I was going to say, you said the thing about like her true self showing, and I feel like a lot of people say that, like when you get drunk, it's your true self or whatever. But I like to think about it as like we all have these parts in our heart, right? That like if our hearts were completely like surrendered to God and we weren't battling demons, like we we would act literally just like Jesus, right? But like the truth of the matter is we're human and we open doors to the enemy and we allow these things to creep in. And so it's obviously existing in her heart. She's obviously battling these demons inside, but I feel like alcohol like opens the door. It literally speaks in scripture about like that, like as far as like it basically lets your defenses down, and able to like stand there because I mean it is a spiritual battle. Like we are at battle. That's why they call scripture like armor and all this stuff, and it's like basically I feel like when she gets hammered, like I don't even know if she has faith. I'm just saying when I think about it in the spirit realm, like she's like dropping every bit of like power she has and authority she has when she gets to that level. And I feel like these demons are just like feasting on her.
Yeah,
Seriously. Like they have the power.
yeah. I mean,
I don't know. I know I always go there, but like seriously, if you start thinking about things in that sense, it's
I think that I think there's a lot of things at work for sure. I think that that's definitely a major part. So, I mean, I think what the most recent update is she's in a mental institution somewhere getting some sort of help allegedly. So, I
I
mean,
don't
yeah,
know.
it's not good. It's not looking too good. And like I said, is I don't know how they can have either of them on the show anymore because nobody's gonna shoot with them except maybe Tom
I
Schwartz
know.
and maybe
I
Sheena.
know.
Everybody else, I can't see them. I can't see how that comes to pass. Uh,
The fact that they tried to basically hide behind this whole Raquel and
yeah,
Schwartz combo is insane. The fact that what popped off on this last episode was about Schwartz and not Sandoval. Like, we haven't even gotten to the meat and potatoes. Like, this is happening over two kisses with Schwartz, which, like, the fact that she would go and sit in front of Katie and ask her why she would text her like ex-husband or not even ex-husband, still husband at the time, separated husband about the
no,
situation, like and questioning her and telling her how she needs to go about like, bro, what? And then disrespecting Katie's mom like
yeah.
that?
I mean, yeah. That was the whole other thing where, like, they wanted. There was a couple things because I feel like when things start to go downhill so fast. It's like it's hard to start reeling it back in. And granted, Raquel was 1,000,000% in the wrong, but it's like to even do it at her. If you have that grievance, right, and you really do like Tom Schwartz, which
Mm-hmm.
you don't, you because you're, obviously messing around with Sandeval, why even bring it up at the sandwich tasting? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not bring that up in private, not around the cameras, and to just because it just seems so calculated on her end. First, secondly, it's like I
For
wrote
sure.
in my notes. I wrote Tom Shorts, get a grip, my guy, and go pull your ex-wife away. Go have a conversation with her, and do not let Raquel come in the middle. Because I would be pissed at her and Tom Sandoval because at this point he knows that it's going on, and it's like, bro, like your best friend is literally pretty much throwing you underneath the bus, and you know it's going
Mm-hmm.
to come to pass eventually. So it's like, just why don't you just separate that whole situation, handle that the way because he handled it. I mean, that's a he gave a textbook lesson on how not to handle. Um,
I mean, that's the reason he's not still married. Plain
yeah,
and simple. Like, he's not behaving like a grown, matured, emotionally matured
yeah,
man. The fact that he would just stand off the side and act like he doesn't know how this is happening, that is the definition, like Katie always says, of gaslighting. Like, you dropped this bomb and you're standing back and looking at her going, why are you so upset? What's going on? How could this have happened? And it's like, it's
yeah. I
disgusting.
mean, yeah. At the
It makes me feel gross. And then for Katie and him to be outside talking and Raquel to try to come get in the conversation, what in the world? Like, these are like mid 30, 40-year-old people. How in the ever loving is this going on? Like, where's the respect? Where's the maturity? Where's the, and that's the thing. And that's, I'm about to go. I'm about to go. And that's the thing with like cities like LA and people like this and whatever, and this just like toxic group is there's no respect and honor for marriage and for relationship. Like, it is just there's none of it. And the fact that Katie and her mom are trying to sit there and explain like why they should respect a marriage, like that is like kindergarten
yeah.
stuff.
I mean, it's all very much like you said. It's that warped sense of I feel reality, but it's
Reality.
like that I'm justified in this because this is my feelings on the situation. This is my feelings towards your guys' marriage. So because those are my feelings, you should feel like that as well. And it's like, no, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like
No.
that. So I mean, yeah, it's all really sad, honestly.
It's absolutely
Yeah,
insanity,
yeah.
insanity. I'm just, and then at the end, like, I know Lisa's trying to like just make good TV and whatever and wants everyone there and whatever, but it's just like
Hey,
it's too
hey,
much for me,
Katie did.
honestly.
I was a little bit cringe when she goes. She was like, "Oh, he's not here right now. Well, I'll do." And
You have
she
you
like
have
shrugs it off.
me.
Like, "Well, you have me," and like stands up, and you can like tell they were like, "No, no, 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 no. Just like stay right, stay right over, stay right."
Sorry for the lags. Sorry for the lags a little bit, you guys. Like we said earlier, we're in two separate places,
This
so we're on two different
this is
Wi-Fi's.
a yeah trial by fire. I think at the end of the day, I think it should all work out. I don't think it should be too.
I have to plug the computer in for just a second, and it's gonna sound a little
I think
buzzy.
it'll be. I
Oh
think
my
it'll be. I think
gosh.
it'll be okay. We can work past that.
Okay. Oh gosh, is that
We're
horrible
good.
or
We're
what?
good. Keep it rolling.
All right. Okay. Okay. Uh, well, do you have any last words about it?
I really don't. Not right now. I think those were my main takeaways from it because I just yeah, everything
Qualms.
everything else just felt like it honestly felt like a filler episode in the sense of like we already knew that this was it. What?
A filler episode? That was one of the best episodes to ever air on reality
I'm saying
television. A
I'm
Huda,
saying
huh?
that I felt as if like because last week I guess last week felt like a filler episode of me. This week's episode, like I feel like we're just I know that there's something bigger about to scratch the surface. Like we're just literally scratching the surface where I'm like, let's get to where this is about this
Yeah.
it's a powder keg right now. So
It feels like filler because we know what's to come.
exactly, and that's
But in any other season, this would be the
exactly, and
finale.
I think that's why I am a little upset that I saw the trailer or that they released it because I'm like, okay, like this ain't even what we're really about. This is not even what we came for. This has been going on for 5 episodes that Katie's been mad about this and rightfully so. But it's like we about to really get to it here next week because this
Yeah.
has to be so this has to be the point like I because I was trying to figure it out in my head. This has to be the point where like either they go home, Ariana's upset, something happens where she sees the phone because Raquel maybe shoots him a message, says, oh, that was wild, can't believe that she was drunk.
Ew, 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 ew,
but i'm
ew. I'm gonna throw
but I'm
up. No, I'm gonna throw up. Don't,
saying
don't, don't, don't.
something has to happen here pretty soon for them to yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ugh. Yeah. It's too much for me. It's but I hope that the reunion, like I hope that little clip isn't the biggest like part.
Surely
You know what I mean? Or like the most hype part. Like I hope they leave us some exciting stuff
it's gotta
because
be a two-part reunion, I would think.
I mean maybe
Yeah,
three.
I
Who
was gonna say
knows?
if the Housewives of Atlanta got three part, was it Miami or Potomac that
I
got
don't
three
remember.
parts? Maybe it was Atlanta got 3 parts. This for sure has to have at least three. No
We'll
question.
see. We shall see. Where are we at with New Jersey Housewives?
We are behind. It came out Wednesday.
No way.
I'm pretty sure.
I have
Yeah,
to
I'm
watch
pretty
that
sure.
today.
Yeah, I'll have to.
Oh my gosh. We are
Well,
failing our
well,
podcast
the thing
duties.
is that we're having to. I think no, New Jersey comes out Thursday, so it came out last night
Last
because
night.
Vanderpump is Wednesday. Summer House we watched Tuesday, but it comes out Monday. So everything were a day. So Friday. So yeah, New Jersey came out
Yeah.
yesterday. So
We'll catch it this weekend and recap Monday
yeah,
maybe,
I
but
heard I did
like
see. Sorry to cut you off. I did see that
oh,
Dolores and well, who's her husband, the Irishman, or her boyfriend, Neil,
uh
Pat,
it's not
not Tommy.
Tommy. Is it? No,
Anyway,
it's she's always like I've got to respect her.
th-
Tommy. Is it Tommy?
anyways, he's not officially
I don't know.
divorced. They found out apparently. He's like I guess separated but not divorced, and Marge was throwing shade apparently.
Oh no. Maybe Dolores knew that. Who knows?
I mean, potentially, but you know how that goes.
What is his name? Robbie? Ronnie?
I don't know.
Is it
The
Tommy?
fact that we don't know that,
It's just
yeah.
sad. We shouldn't have a podcast.
But yeah, that's
We're gonna be podcasting like this next week too. Monday, Tuesday,
what do
Wednesday.
you mean?
We're gonna have to record podcasts like this because
Uh,
I'll be working. And I'm actually working from like I get picked up at 6 a.m. So we're gonna
mm,
have to I don't know wake up at 3 a.m.
am I gonna have to hold
No,
it down by myself?
no, I think we could record at like 5:30.
We'll talk. We'll see how we we'll see how we like
We'll
this
figure
one,
it
and
out.
and we'll see how people react to this and in this format.
I think we I think we wrap at like 4 p.m. though, which is still morning
I was
for the
gonna say
state. So
we could just delay it and just just release it in the afternoon those 3 days.
Yeah, it's true. It's always
It
an
is always enough.
option.
Yeah,
We'll figure it out.
the non-structure format allows us to be very flexible with
Free,
very
flexible.
free and
Yeah.
flexible. Yeah,
We're doing this for each
exactly,
other.
exactly.
So, whatever you want to do, shorty. But Monday we should be able to keep it at an 8 a.m. upload just because I don't know, maybe not. We'll see. I think so because we'll be able to record right when I get there because I get there at like 10 a.m.
Yep, and then we'll be home. We'll be home for the reunion.
Home, home.
USA
USA
home.
home. I cannot wait to
Yeah,
be home,
me
home.
either. I'm gassed.
Like I have no issue being here. It's not that like I don't sit around and like count down the days, but now it's to the point where like I can almost taste it. And so it's just like just
Yeah,
get here already, you know? Like we're a little over a week out from
yeah.
going home.
I'm excited. I'm very
That's
excited.
nuts. A week and a half probably,
Something
huh?
like that.
But whatever. Um well, good luck at y'all's game
Games
today.
tomorrow. Practices today.
Oh.
Same,
Okay. Good
same,
luck at your practice
same
today.
difference. Same difference. I'm doing the same thing. So you know how it
Yeah.
goes. But yeah, no games
Yeah.
tomorrow. Big game for us. In all honesty, I believe that we're gonna win. Um, but yeah, I don't know if I said where I'm at. I'm in Karsheka, which is, or I'm in Izmir, not Karsheka. I'm in Izmir, where the team here's name is that team's name. Anyways, beautiful seaside city. Um, Probably the second outside of Istanbul, probably the second best place to visit in in Turkey. So you
Yeah.
know, nice that this is the final road trip.
For
So
sure. Well, I don't want to kill people with this buzzing, but I have to plug the laptop in.
it's fine.
And I'm happy that you're enjoying your time in Izmir. I miss you, obviously.
Same.
But, you know, nails,
Na-
nails are nails.
Nails
Nails
take
come
priority.
first.
Hey, like I said, it's a business. It's a business decision.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, I'm glad we made this work out.
I
I
am too.
love
I just
you.
it just
I
doesn't feel
miss
the same when
you.
I'm not next to. I have to say that. Doesn't I miss having you right next to me. Doesn't feel the same.
Oh my gosh, you miss having me right next to you. Really? Goodness. I miss having you
You
right next
can't
to
steal what I
me.
said. Too late. You can't.
No, I genuinely miss you when you're away, but absence makes the heart grow
It
fonder.
does. It does. Well, no, I'm excited this works, and I'll be interested to see uh this format and how I like it.
And thanks for, yeah, same. Thanks for having grace with me this morning for sleeping through my alarm and then needing an entire hour to watch the show and all that stuff. But I like being fresh off the press with the show and having it fresh on my
Well,
mind. So thank you for your
I mean,
grace.
just don't let it happen again, or you will be fired. So,
Oh, I feel like you're the one that left us, so kind of feels like a you problem.
I wasn't there. I wasn't there to wake you up and bring you your coffee. You're right. I did get I did get a text this morning
Exactly.
going, "How am I supposed to get my Starbucks?"
I mean, I think that's a valid question. But I'm going to go shower. I'm going to get ready for the day. And I love you. I'm sure I'll FaceTime you in like three
Yeah,
minutes.
the podcast is in your hands today. Okay, from top to
That's so
bottom, it is in
scary.
your hands. Don't drop.
I don't like the
It'll be
pressure.
great. All right,
I
I
love
love
you,
you too.
baby.
All right.
Have a great
Thank
rest
you,
of your
my
morning.
guys. Oh wait, send off.
Bye. We shouldn't have a
Don't
podcast,
forget to like,
podcasters.
subscribe, comment, follow. What else? Subscribe. Let me say that twice. Oh, and we're out. We're done. And we're out. And we're
Did
done.
that say?
It still says it's
Oh my
recording.
gosh.
It
Look,
still says it's recording. All right,
I
press
didn't
in.
mean to do
Press
that.
in. All
I,
right, press in.
I,
Press in.
okay,
Okay.
I'm saying bye. I
Okay.
I accidentally unplugged the mic.
Love you. Bye.
Okay, I love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.